Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Going for Three podcast. This is episode 33. As always, my name is Percy Thomas, also known as PTP, and with me, we have the AOB, Advocator of Buckets, Chris Collins. How we feeling?
What's going on, man? I'm here. I'm ready.
Man, the start of the season has been absolutely insane, to say the least, with with gameplay, narratives, certain standing rankings that we're looking at right now, but we're gonna get into those later. But I guess we say this week we gonna kind of gonna jump into like who we think is gonna win the awards, like very early predictions about the awards. Looking at the standings currently because the Western Conference is looking very on its head right now. And then just a little bit of like chopping it up, figuring out what's going on with Dame. Dame's back, getting buckets. The Lakers are looking very yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can just get started with predictions for the awards. Guess we can start with wanna start with rookie of the year first?
Rookie of the year for the
Yeah.
awards. I mean, shit, hey, listen, man. We gonna keep it. We gonna keep it a stack. Keep it a G, bro. It's gonna be that fella down in Orlando, Paulo Banchero. He's a bucket. 3 level scorer. He's the man child of Paul George, Michael Beasley, and who else did I say? There's another person I said in there.
I think some people say Tatum.
Did I say Tatum?
I know that's like
I
a I know
mean,
that's
yeah.
I know some people are linking him to right now currently. Like he's like a bigger Tatum.
Oh no, I said Mel. I said Mello, but yeah, I can see the Tatum. But yeah, I said a Paul George Mello Beasley blend. You know,
Yeah.
he's because he's bigger than Tatum. You know,
Yeah.
he's more solid. Like Tatum had to work a little bit. I feel like to kind of fill his body out, and it's just a different body shape. You know, but yeah, I mean he's nice. I didn't know that the ball handling aspect to his game was as well rounded as it was coming out of Duke, but it definitely is. It's nice. He's gonna be nice. Already knows how to use his body. 6'10". Like I said, 3 level score. Better on defense than I thought he would be, making some defensive plays as well. So he gonna be average. Listen, yeah, nice. 20 points per game score, easy. Rookie of the year. Um, think maybe Jay Ivy will probably be second, maybe. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean that's probably. I mean, it really to me, it's really down between those two, unless I'm missing somebody. Uh, I mean, Benedict may have the numbers, but
He's playing good so far.
yeah, he's played decent. So he can also he might also be in the running too. Yeah, it'll be those three though, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause I was
I'm
gonna say
thinking.
like
Yeah, I'm thinking.
so I was gonna say like one of the forgotten ones, which kind of just happened recently. But I feel like in a way, just based off of how the award has been, or at least based off how it was last year, where it was like Scotty kind of got it, edged out a few guys because like I guess like it was either the potential or like how the team was constructed around them, and then how he kind of like jumped in and added on to it. I'm kind of thinking that like a Keegan Murray could slide in and probably like scoop in and take it because as far as like number
Yeah,
wise, his numbers are gonna be fine. I feel.
but I think last year was more of an outlier, not from who they picked, but just on how it went. So like, last year you had the kind of the race between Cade, Scotty, and Evan, where it's like Cade probably had the better raw numbers, but it was only by like a hair,
Yeah.
and that was only on offense. Whereas like you got Scotty, who was probably had good numbers offensively and defensively, and then you had Evan, who probably had like the
The,
worst offensive numbers between three, but then it's just like an
his
amazing defensive
rebounding.
player. Yeah, and then it's just like you got other two guys that are basically making the playoffs or play in. So it was, but they were like their stats were all like relatively close. I think K was averaging like what 18, and 18, 7, and 6 or something like that. And then like Scotty was averaging like what, 16, 5, and 6 or 7. And then you had Evan was probably like at like what 13 to 14, double digit rebounds, blocks, and just crazy on the
Yeah.
defensive analytics. So like I just feel like it was really close. But with these guys, I mean, it's looking like Paulo and probably Benedict are probably both going to average 20. It looks
Yeah.
like.
There's a couple runaways, but overall, there's a lot of buckets in this class. But I feel like that's why I feel like in a way like it kind of does. It's gonna probably resemble that as far as if one of those guys teams make it to the play-in and you can kind of be like, okay, like I'm gonna pinpoint it to this guy specifically, like that 20 or that 18 push them into a play-in spot. I feel like they'll give it to whoever like helps their team the most, which would probably be by a small percentage. Like if Paulo wins, it's just because like he literally like gave everybody buckets. Like there was no disputing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just it's tough for me to see Murray average points staying up where they are. I think right now he's probably like a 17 or 18, but it's just a lot of other guys on that team. I mean, you have two other like all-star caliber players on the team, along with like Kevin Herter, Malik Monk, Barnes, not to mention Mitchell. It's just a lot of guys on the team. So I don't know.
It's like
Um,
a more tougher version of the Matherin situation because Matherin is like 18, probably close to 20 now, but he's still on the bench, and a lot of people want him to start. And it's like with Keegan, they were trying to say that he had to earn his way into the rotation, like or he had to earn his spot in the starting lineup, which was kind of confusing to me because I don't know
well, I
how.
mean, because you have Harrison Barnes.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I feel like
should
Harrison
he just?
Barton leading the bench unit would be kind of nice though.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but it's just like I would not just hear and say that he's automatically better than Harrison. So I would. I mean, I'm not mad that he had to start, that he would have to earn it. I mean, Mather's on the bench too. Like
Yeah,
so. I mean, but also like we also got to think that the guys that are potentially in front of him may not even stay there the entire year. So with Buddy Hill right now. So like if Buddy gets moved,
opens the door
they
for him a
probably
lot.
wouldn't play. Yeah, if they move Buddy for and Turner for Russ, I mean I can't see a situation where Russ plays for the Pacers. Honestly,
Probably a
it
buyout.
doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean either a buyout or just sit him down. I mean he's on an expiring deal right now. I'm pretty sure. So they probably would just sit him. I mean,
Yeah,
there's really no reason for them to play him. I mean, he would be an older point guard vet that doesn't really have the best IQ. At least he doesn't show it if he does. So I mean, it doesn't really. I don't know, it doesn't serve them any purpose to take minutes away from Halliburton or Matherin or Duarte or whoever is out there. So
yeah.
um, yeah. I mean, but shit, Duarte hasn't started the year off too hot either way. So
Yeah, it definitely could be some shakeup for them, like just overall. But I go, this class
yeah,
is
but
really
Duarte's not
solid though.
Duarte's also not playing a ton of minutes either, which I thought was kind of odd considering last year.
He was solid, yeah. I think last
Yeah,
season
he looks
he was over 15, right? Or
he
14,
like
something like that.
yeah 13, 14, 15, somewhere along the lines, playing almost 30 nights a game, I think. But I
Yeah,
mean, shit, I think Naismith has been playing more minutes than him so far.
which is kind of weird because he hasn't really shown them anything, and he's still starting.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just really liked him. I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if it's his defense or what. Cause I mean, I seen one game he had like 3 blocks, but I mean, I don't think that's enough to put him in rotation if he ain't get no buckets along with the blocks. But
Facts. But yeah, Paulo.
yeah,
That's what
Paulo.
I got.
Yeah, so got Paulo for AOB, and yeah, I'm still going with Keegan. Plus, I remember last year I had
Are you
Cade.
going with him? You going with him to win it?
Yeah, I'm going to win him to win it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair. Okay.
because I had my guy last year, but I had to kind of be realistic because a part of me is like, I wanted to be Jaden Ivey, but realistically, different
I
circumstances.
mean, he's got a fair shot.
Yeah,
I mean, he's definitely in the top. I mean, I think it'll be those five guys. I mean, I
yeah,
probably got Keegan five, but
yeah. It's like
it'll be
it's like a
those
five
five.
horse race. So
Yeah, you mean Paulo, Keegan, Ivy, Matherin. Is that's five, right? Did I miss somebody?
yeah, we said Paulo, Ivy, Matherin, Keegan. Uh, who was the last one?
Oh, I guess I did. I guess I don't think I said somebody. Unless, yeah, I don't think I did say anybody. Hmm. I think we've just been talking about those four.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Jabari, maybe,
Bari.
because he's been struggling.
Oh, eh,
Well, not
I
struggling, but
mean,
like, I mean, he had his breakout game, I believe, against the Jazz. Well, yesterday.
yeah. I mean, I think his like raw like points per game and shit will be decent enough, but like I don't think he's gonna shoot well at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
Defensively,
don't
he'll
know.
be solid though, from like what I
Yeah,
was
I mean,
seeing.
yeah, I mean, excuse me, we can throw him in there because I mean he's gonna get the minutes. He'll be around. He'll be around like 13 to 16 points, like 6 to 8 rebounds. So I mean that's decent enough. We can throw him in there, and yeah, I don't see why not. I mean he's gonna have the opportunity as far as like minutes played. So I think that's solid to have fifth
Yeah.
because yeah, Sochan's not playing too many minutes, and he's just not making that type of like offensive impact.
Yeah.
Um,
Johnny Davis is getting garbage time.
yeah,
I mean, Dyson? Well, I don't know if Dyson's played since like the preseason that I can remember.
yeah, and then Mark Williams hasn't played too much either. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably a good pick. That's probably a decent pick.
Yeah. But
Dyson's played. Dyson's played a little. Dyson Daniels is down in New Orleans. Has played a little bit too, but not enough to where I think there's just too many. There's just too many guys that need the ball in that team as well. So
yeah. Oh, I haven't
yeah,
get minutes tonight. Okay. Okay, so he is getting PT. That's crazy. Yeah. I must not have been. I mean, because then I go, it's like so many bodies in the Pelicans. I get lost.
they got a lot of guys. They
Yeah.
really got a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But all right,
Yeah.
what's
So,
the next category?
okay, we're gonna go from that. Let's jump into most improved because I feel like that's one of like,
Okay, so how are we doing this? I know a lot of people exclude the sophomore years. Is that what we're gonna do? I don't have a problem if we, because I know a lot of people just exclude second year players because that's your expected jump.
yeah, we can exclude them because I feel
Bet.
like, yeah, I feel
All
like at that
right.
point like you're gonna take that leap anyway. So
Bet.
more often than not.
Most improved. Who won it last year?
It was Ja, I believe. I think
Oh,
that's
they
yeah.
did give it to Ja. Oh, because it was his third year. Was it his third year last year?
Oh, yeah, I think it was his third year last year. Oh no, wait, you know what? It might
Hmm.
have been his second because
No,
he did
I think
because his class was
it was
before
his
Cage,
third.
right?
No, it was his third year.
Oh, third. Okay.
Yeah, that was the crazy because his first to second year was just like a decent jump, but yeah, it was that third year was that crazy one. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay then. Let's see who I got most improved. I wanted to say, well, off rip, I was thinking Alfrene, but he already had like a crazy jump last year because everybody was hurt. So like, he's
Yeah.
still like last year he was at 17 points. Right now he's at about 20. I don't expect that to stay that way, but even if it does, like he already kind of had a crazy jump. So it very well might be for a winning team, but I can't give it to him. So this is tough.
I feel like there are a few
What?
options so far in the grand scheme of things.
You said you feel like there are or aren't?
I feel like there are, or at least in my mind, there's like at least like a two to three people that I can definitely see like them looking at just off their
I mean,
situations.
it's like it's like guys that I'm thinking about either didn't play or weren't in the league last year. So like Dennis Smith is somebody that I was definitely thinking about, but he wasn't in the league, so that doesn't really count. I guess probably not. Or was he in the league?
Oh yeah,
He was in the
Dennis.
league
Yeah,
last year.
Dennis was playing. Well, Dennis was playing for the Pistons last year.
He was.
I think he was on the Pistons, and then that might have been.
He was on the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Trailblazers last year.
Yeah, I don't know. At one point, he
Oh
got
yeah, I'm going
waived.
with Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dennis. I'm gonna go with Dennis then. Dennis Smith.
Mm. I can definitely see that
There's my
though.
number. Yeah, I forgot he was actually in the league. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him. And then I guess I got to round it out. Halliburton.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because this will be his third year, and
He's
he's
playing.
definitely gonna
He's
be
playing really
around.
well.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be around 20 plus and like sub 10 assists a game. That's where he's gonna be at, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. for the Hornets, Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers, excuse me, and then I'll go with for my last one. How was Devin Vassell last year?
I probably gotta see. I don't think he was too bad. I don't think he was a double-digit score that I can remember. Oh no, last
Then
year he
yeah,
averaged nine.
yeah,
He averaged 12. Yeah.
yeah, I'll go with then yeah, and then I also go for Devin Vassell. I think he's just gonna have a lot of opportunities. Him along with Keldon, but Keldon kind of took a step forward last year already, so I don't think he's gonna make that large of a jump. And I think last year was the second year anyway. But yeah, so I'll go with Devin. That's probably be my three. So Dennis, Tyrese, and Devin Vassell.
Hmm. I like kind of forgot about those Spurs guys because they've been shooting.
Man.
Them boys been getting them up. Like, I gotta figure out for one of them. So I kind of do agree as far as the Tyrese Halliburton one because both Rods felt like he was just gonna take that leap just based off of like his growth already from the first couple seasons he was in the league when he's playing for the Kings. Well, at least that first season he played for the Kings. I think he's only there for like 1 year. I think. Actually, was it? Might have been two. But I gotta see how many years this guy's been playing because I don't know if he qualifies. I got dang, this is his second year. Fuck. Okay, I can't do that one. But yeah, I agree on the Halliburton one for sure because the Pacers have been looking. Well, if they make the trade that people expect them to make, then the window of opportunity for him to just do a lot more definitely vastly opens up. For my second one, I'm gonna go Laurie Markkinen. Uh,
Okay. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah, I'm gonna say mainly because like I mean like obviously like how we talked in the breakdown, he worked hard during the FIBA tournament, and so far he's already above his career high average, which I think was like 18.7 when in his second year with the Bulls.
Yeah, no, he's playing well.
Yeah,
My question with him is, does he? I don't think he stays. I
yeah.
don't know.
It's hard to tell because I mean I feel like Clarkson might be on the door before he is, might be out the door before he is. 'Cause I feel like they might value him and Sexton because I feel like they can't blow up too much.
I mean, they're both young-ish. I think Laurie's 25. I think Sexton's probably like 23, 24. So I mean, I get that,
Yeah,
but I also know that they want to tank. So I don't know.
yeah,
But Laurie is playing well. But Laurie's been a good ball player offensively for sure his entire career. Like he's never averaged under what is this 13 points a game. It was that last year in Chicago where he was clearly like not really the focal point or really
yeah,
prioritized. So I mean, he goes Cleveland next year. He's back up to 15 basically. So I
yeah.
mean, he's definitely been a good player. I mean, crazy thing about his start so far in Utah, he's not even shooting the three well. So I mean, he's a career 36% 3-point shooter,
Yeah, I'm gonna say
and he's
so.
not
Yeah,
shooting it well at all.
yeah. It's like
Still at
I don't think that slope's
21.
gonna last though. More or less,
No,
from what
yeah,
I've seen.
he'll start. Yeah, he'll start rounding out, getting back in the form with that, and shit. His points may jump up a little more.
Yeah. Plus, of like it might not be seen in the points for him, but I feel like defensively, I mean, he might have always been active, and maybe I'm just kind of like trying to process all the things that he was doing. But I feel like defensively, I mean, I feel like he's getting more into the lanes. Uh, his rebound numbers are the highest, well, second highest they've ever been from that 2018 season as well. Um, yeah, I feel like from overall, he'll probably take like the multiple jumps and the number of stats he's good in might play a factor. And what's the third one? Who could be a third one? I have to see how many years this guy's been playing just to make sure I don't. Okay, this is definitely plausible. Okay, I have Mikal Bridges written down.
Okay,
Just
that's
for the
fair.
yeah, just for the simple fact of like the way that team is constructed for Phoenix. Obviously Chris Paul, he's getting up there. You're gonna have to slide in somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna slide in somebody else as that number two option to a Booker. And Bridges is definitely well,
Well,
maybe
they
even a
wanted to be,
three. Yeah,
yeah, because they wanted to be Aiden.
yeah,
But I mean, I definitely see what you're saying. Like, they definitely need another like uh competent, good perimeter guy. And yeah, I agree with you. I think he's had the talent for at least 2 years now, where he's been ready to take a step. I just feel like he hasn't really been focal pointed in the offense. But I think, like you said, with Chris Paul still getting older, not to say that he can't do it, but like you don't want or need Chris to do it at what is it, age 37?
yeah.
You don't need
He's
him
probably
to
gonna be 38 at some point next year. Or even
Yeah, so like you don't need him to do that during the regular season. Like save him as much as you can so that like during the playoffs he still has some juice to get you those timely mid range buckets that he always is able to do. And then, yeah, just let the young guys cook. And yeah, Bridges is a solid offensive player in my opinion, personally.
yeah, especially from
So
like as far as his interior game is always. I feel like he's kind of had an uptick in that because I mean everybody knew about the shooting from like 'cause Villanova always puts out some really good shooters. But as far as like his interior game, he's been bulking up. All those things are gonna obviously take like uptick. But just for the situation as far as if you got a Booker, Aiton, Bridges, like three man type of thing where we get these guys cooking, it ups our games. I feel like that's something that they're gonna have to lean more into now, more than they probably wanted to. 'Cause I know last year they leaned into it, and I think for like a month stretch or like a 2 month stretch, he was averaging a decent amount of points because he was that second guy at that point. But yeah, he can most definitely
uh
get there.
I mean I think but I also think it's interesting with him though, it's just like I think he could make the jump as far in like the placement within the offense, as far as like how it looks. But when it comes down to straight out winning the award, I think that's gonna be tough just because he was already at like 13 to 14 points a game. So I feel like
Yeah,
to really be in that conversation, he'd have to like jump up to at least like shit, damn near probably 18 and 19. And that's just kind of tough
yeah,
on a
he
team
definitely
with
peaking
Book.
at 20.
Yeah, like Book, Aiden, Chris Paul still, and I mean shit, he still got Cam Johnson too, honestly. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a good pick though. I just don't know if he can get the points up there.
yeah. I kind of thought about it like before we kind of like switch gears or anything. I kind of forgot about Tyrese Maxey. So I think this is like his second year though. Oh, no, this is his third year.
I didn't forget about him. I just know last year he was hooping. So
Yeah. So like maybe that might have already been the lead because I mean well, he's already kind of like close to his average from last year. That's 17. So
yeah, so I mean, yeah.
I
So,
feel
I
like
mean, shit, even if he's averaging 20, I still don't think that gets him there.
yeah,
And the way that James has been looking to start the season, looks like he's in shape and everything. So I don't think I think Tyrese will probably stay like within the role that he's in.
yeah.
It's
We'll
kind of like
see.
that third scorer kind of slides in to be like, you know, second some nights, just really being aggressive and capitalizing off of the attention that Embiid and Harden create and kind of generating for himself when they're not on the floor.
Yeah, but if anything, kind of like how Tobias has been doing recently, like just picking up and filling in slots. getting that rolling for him.
Yeah, Tobias is doing what he can. I think they should trade him. Personally, this is not maximizing him. He's
Yeah.
still playing well in times, but like I don't know, it's just he could do more and be better for a team that needs his offense. I feel like
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yo, him on the Kings would be
Maybe I'm wrong.
crazy. Double post up, that's some wild stuff. What's the next one? Let's go into six man. Six man of the year.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a consensus one. It's either Poole or Wood, but I don't think Wood stays a six man for the whole year.
I don't think Wood stays on the bench, man.
Yeah, he's been
It's just,
cooking lately. As much as I don't like his personality, he's been cooking. He's been cooking.
yeah, he's an he's an all-star level player. What do you mean?
I mean, granted, it's like I don't know.
There,
I was watching the Suns game, and
there was
I just kept feeling like they
you
kept
were the
leaving him
only
open.
one. You were the only one that I feel like that had confusion about like how good he was going to be. I said, man, listen, he's going to be nice. He's going to be a 20-10 guy. Right now, he's at 25-10, which is wild. If he's going to stay there, then I mean, then okay, then I guess he's Anthony Davis. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's extreme. That's extreme. I'm gonna calm down. But yeah, I don't think he stays on the bench, especially because like I don't know. I mean, I don't think he should. I can see him doing that. I mean, JaVale's only playing like 12, 15 minutes a night. You know what I mean? So it's just like he's coming in for like he's starting for like the first five, and then he's just out for like long stretches. You know, like he's barely playing.
It's almost like
So
they
I
like to do a
mean,
temperature check. It's like if Christian Wood is sparking, then they don't need JaVale. If Wood starts to struggle, then JaVale comes back in.
but I can't even say that because bro is playing 12 to 15 minutes a night. That ain't enough time to do anything. Like he's just there to spell people. It's really what it is.
Yeah.
Christian playing about 30 minutes a night. So I mean,
Which, like we said, like it is crazy for a bench player to kind of be like, all right, I want him to be the bench patrol, but eventually he ends up playing with Luca for the majority of the game. It's kind of a mixed signal.
no, it definitely is. But I mean, I guess Christian. I don't think Kawhi stays on the bench. I don't think Benedict Mathurin stays on the bench. Um,
Has Hero been starting this year?
who?
Has Tyler Hero been starting this year?
Yes,
I guess he is. Like,
yes, he
so he
has.
definitely has a conversation for now.
He played 40 minutes yesterday,
Yeah, that means
as of this recording. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, cause like trying to figure out who would be in it. Like even the guys that I feel like, well
Who was
obviously
the
because
sixth
of
man last year?
six man last year was Hero, I believe.
Uh, so he did win it last year.
Yeah,
Did he?
I think he won six man last year. Six man.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah, that was the year they got him
You're right.
paid.
He did.
Yeah. It's hard to even tell like who people's six mans are this year. Because I mean, as far as like the only ones that like I know for sure, like I know Jordan Poole is like the Warriors six man pretty much. Christian Wood, they gave him that role, but I don't think he stays there. Benedict's probably the six man right now, but if they make trades or just through visible play, he's not off the bench anymore.
It's probably Jordan Poole, bro.
Yeah,
that's probably like
that's the
the
safest bet.
safest.
Yeah,
He's gonna be around probably 15 to 18 points a game. Uh, yeah, and he's gonna like they're gonna keep him on the bench unless Clay like gets hurt or something, or Wiggins gets hurt. But
unless one of them guys taper off, he's staying like in that six man role. So,
um, who else? Oh, then once again, I mean, I don't think they can. I don't think they'll win both of them. Oh wait, no, didn't never mind. Dennis started. Dang.
Oh, he started the last game.
Well, he only started because Alonzo and Rozier didn't play, so or
Hmm.
not Alonzo, excuse me, Lamelo.
Yep.
So I actually can't even say him until I see how his time looks when Lamelo is actually there. That's gonna change a lot.
Yeah. I was like Clarkson
So
could have been in that boat for Utah, but then he started last week. He started the last game. At the, it was like he was coming off the bench. I think Sexton was starting for him, was starting for Utah, and then they was like, nope, let's have Clarkson and Conley. So that threw that out the window, or at least for now.
uh, I think Brogdon will be in that conversation as well.
Oh, yeah, Brogdon, yeah, definitely their six man. Ah, actually, who's the Bucks six man? Is it Grayson?
I think Grayson starts. I think their six man was Bobby Portis. I think.
Yeah.
I think. Let me check for sure. Yeah. So the last game they started Drew Holiday, Javon Carter, Grayson Allen, Giannis, and Brooke. So yeah, Bobby Portis is probably the six man.
Okay. Yeah, he could be in there too. I don't think it really. Yeah,
I mean, maybe,
I
yeah,
don't think no one's beating Poole though. If that, if nothing really changes with him.
yeah. It doesn't look like it. It'll probably be him.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like I always had one award that's like there's no debate. Like I think last year when we did this, no, I don't think anybody had. I don't think nobody had anybody other than Nero for a six man.
I mean, shit, because he was damn near an all star consideration off the bench.
Man, playing the ball of his life.
No facts.
Yeah, but okay, let's see. Okay, defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
I ain't gonna lie, this one it's kind of like how I was last year. Like, I remember last year I said Bam, and I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I didn't know what he was doing. I would just pick it off the thought of him playing defense. But I mean, obviously the consensus is probably like a Marcus Smart because he won last year.
Nah,
Um,
I ain't gonna give it to him anyway.
yeah, I mean, like a part of me wants to say Brook Lopez. I feel like Brook Lopez has never won the award. I feel like he's always been like if the analytics went deeper, I feel like he'd be higher when they do the final voting because no one really scores on him like that.
I mean, yeah, but he'll never win it on the same team as Giannis. I don't know. He just
Yeah,
has too many. Like I feel like he damn near has more shortcomings than Rudy Gobert. I feel like you get him out in space, it's cooked.
yeah, like yeah, because I know like basically pretty much like if you can take him, if they can guard perimeter and interior, it ups your chances, which that definitely does damage him. But it's like I don't. It's like a tough award. 'Cause, I mean, obviously, it's like you get like Giannis, Smart.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Anthony Davis.
Hmm. Like his numbers have been good defensively this year. I'm guessing.
Been pretty good. I mean, they've been very good defensively. They just can't shoot. What did Bron say? They can't shoot a penny in the ocean.
Man. Actually, yeah, they are like I mean, cause like they're like a top defensive team. I'm pretty sure his steals and
I
steals
think
and blocks
they're
is
the
nice.
top defensive team
Yeah,
through
but
the
yeah,
first couple few games.
have had 4 steals in the first game, two against the Blazers. Yeah,
They just can't shoot. Worse shit.
which is crazy. It's like they're locked in on one end. They're really locked in on one end. Yeah, I was gonna say Triple J, but he hasn't played yet, so
Boo.
I can't even throw that out there yet. I was hurt.
I kind of I got off him a little bit last year, but we're back on him now. Boo.
We're back on
We're back on him. Now. He got to show it to me again.
him. I said, man's nursing his injuries. You gotta prove it again, all over again.
You got to prove it again. You got Desmond Bain dropping 38 on the Nets. I need more. Hey, listen. I need to see if you like that with him.
Man, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
We
That's
know
probably
we
gonna
know
go.
what Ja about.
I was say jaw cooking. I got Santi Aldama. He went crazy he went crazy in the game too. I think.
I mean, he had a nice little 17. Ja had 38. It's levels
Yeah,
to crazy now.
I got Jobbing in his duff.
Ja averaging 35. He
Yeah,
can't be stopped right now.
and he's
These
shooting
next
that
these next
thing. I
these
ain't gonna
next
lie.
few years, bro. these next few years with Ja are about to be some wild, wild, wild shit. Gonna be some crazy shit. He's gonna be doing a lot of just ignorant stuff. He really can't be. I mean, he really can't stop right now. I mean, let's keep it a stack. Golden State didn't stop him. They might have won a couple. They might have won a game or two when they were in the playoffs, but they weren't stopping him. He was averaging 30, and
Yeah.
then he got hurt. Not to say that he would have won or they would have won if he didn't get hurt, but like they weren't stopping Ja like at all. So
I say yeah, because recently he just cooked the Rockets for like 40 something. I forgot what it was. He
he
cooked
cooks everybody at
yeah,
this
but he
point.
cooked them for like 40 something. Gave the Nets a nice little
30.
family meal. Yeah. uh, looking crazy, but I mean, hmm. Yeah, I got the end of defensive player of the year though. I mean, like yeah, that I feel like that's one award that I can't never really pinpoint more or less. So
I'm
like,
going with Anthony Davis.
yeah. So you got AD.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah. Skip. I'm gonna lock it in because I feel like defensively they're probably still like gonna be they're probably gonna remain that way defensively just because of the guys that are on that team. Like you, that defense is gonna be top tier when you got like a Bev, healthy AD, that boy Brown with smacking stuff off the glass. They're gonna be solid. That chase down was crazy though. I think it was Goldton, but man, the fact that he got there, something up.
Yes, sir. What's
But
next?
uh, hmm. Yeah, somebody save MVP for last. I feel like that's like the bigger one. Let's go coach of the year.
Chauncey Billups.
Hmm.
I thought at the beginning of the year that the Blazers were going to suck, kind of.
Same. Yeah.
But and I know it's early. It definitely is early, but I don't think that anymore. I think the addition of Grant paired with like all these nice like role players that they got with Hart, Winslow, and Little, with the emergence of Simmons, and then you still got Shaden Sharp who can come in and has like this you can see that potential already.
Yeah.
You know what I
He had a
mean?
crazy
So
oop in the
I think they
first
just have
game.
yeah, I think they just have a solid squad. I don't think that Simmons is CJ, of course, but I mean he's in that same role. But you bring in Grant, to take some of that pressure off, and it makes their team more well rounded. And the fact that Grant is also like good defensively, like it matters it matters all the world in my opinion. It just makes their attack more well rounded, and you got Dame coming in playing like, I mean, shit, keep it a stack playing like Dame. At
Oh
this
yeah,
point, this is how
Dame's
Dame is. This
locked.
is what I expect. I expect 27 to 30 points a night from Dame. That's how it's been for damn near the last 4 or 5 years at this point. I mean, last year he got hurt and he didn't start off too well, but and besides that, that's what I expect. So
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I ain't gonna lie. That is actually a really if they keep that up, and that's a very good option.
yeah,
I think remember what I was thinking about. Yeah, I had Ty Lue based off of
for the Clips.
yeah, based on the fact that like how we said like he's like very much one of the top coaches in the league. I feel like once John Wall, George, and Leonard all kind of like once they're more acclimated and the season goes along, I feel like it's really gonna get shown more. Just like what they're capable of. Because I think like John Wall is getting buckets now, but Kawhi is playing like 11 minutes, missing most of the first, and then playing like random spurts for the rest of the game. They trying to get him healthy, so that team has a lot of talent, bench depth wise. I mean, you got Luke, you got Norman Powell. Freaking is Trey Man injured for them, or has he been playing? Because I haven't seen him.
Um, he's been playing. He's just not been playing a lot.
Yeah, I thought he'd be like more, but like they got a lot of talent on that
Yeah,
team.
you thought he would be prominent, like be a prominent player on their team when he dropped 40 in the playoff game.
Yeah, but like he was going off with like, him and Reggie were taking teams on full force.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
But
I guess
yeah,
they just got other guys that they like.
probably.
He's still young though, relatively. So, well, actually, no, he's not as young as I thought he was. But 26.
Yeah,
Um, I also want to throw Willie Green in there as well for the head coach for the Pelicans. I want to give him some recognition because I also think he's in within that race.
I most definitely because especially after well, at the time of the recording, I think they won this game tonight. I believe. I forgot who they were
They
playing
did.
though. Yeah. Well, they're playing Luca. Yeah, they were playing the Mavericks. That's what it was.
They're a good team. They are a good team, and Willie Green is a good young coach.
Man, like for them to win without Bi and Zion, and get the most out of got Trey Murphy with 22, CJ carrying the yeah, CJ got the bag on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not just Bi and Zion. Herb didn't play either.
Oh yeah, Herb didn't play. Damn.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive win.
Yeah, most definitely. But,
Yep, those are my guys.
yeah, but yeah, Coach of the Year. I mean, it's probably like the most open it's been for this award too. I mean, usually over the past couple seasons, you can kind of look at obviously the top teams, but shoot, most of these guys right now keep it rolling. This is gonna be a real fresh face winning this award this year.
That's interesting because I don't think it's that wide open personally, but
Hmm.
that's just me. I feel like I know we talked about Ty Lue. I just feel like the coaches that are already established will have a hard time winning it unless they're like a top 2 or 3 seed. I don't think the Clippers are going to be that seed. I don't
Yeah.
think the Nuggets are going to be that. The Suns, Monty already won it, so they're not going to give it to him again, especially after they collapsed last year. And then I just don't know. I don't see any other team like making like a big jump besides those two. So like, I mean, the Hawks, I don't see them. Like, they'll be in the playoffs, I think, but they're not gonna make a big enough. Not yeah. I just don't see any other team making a big enough jump besides those two to work
Yeah.
to like warrant like a coach being able to get that. Well, I mean, maybe if the Grizzlies are like a top 3 seed again, then I can see. Was it Jenkins?
I think
I
it's
can see
Taylor
Jenkins
Jenkins.
winning it. Yeah, I can see him getting it because he was in a discussion last year for sure as well. So I can see him being in there too. But I'm gonna go with Chauncey.
Yeah. 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 Stick with stick with Lou, man. Actually, wait, has Lou won this award before? Or has he just been like a runner
I
up?
do not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's won it before.
I remember there was like one year where people thought he should have won it, but they gave it to like a different they gave it to a different coach.
I think it was the year that. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
Actually, it could have been the year that Monty won. Because I remember people were saying he should have won Coach of the Year for what he was doing without his guys last year.
I mean, I just looked. I just had looked at that. They had him sixth. So
Yeah.
yeah, they had him behind Taylor Jenkins. Had him behind Eric Spoelstra, Ime Udoka, JB. Yeah, they had him behind a good amount of people.
Yeah, that's it. So definitely, if he has all his guys healthy, he can definitely finally get that nod. But hmm, not to me. MVP. Now, honestly, after a couple of conversations, I kind of have like four names in mind.
I got three.
Yeah. Hmm.
You can
Want me, you go first?
you can go first.
Okay.
No, so you go
Okay.
ahead,
So
man.
at least the four names I'm thinking. Okay. So obviously, you have Jokic because I mean I feel like he's gonna be like one of those guys that's like high up because he's won 2 years in a row.
He
Um.
not winning that mug again. I hate to break that to you. He not winning that mug again.
Yeah. Like yeah. Not I because I thought about it like I mean people going to just have him in the race because of the past 2 seasons. I don't think he's winning it either. Um. I got if Ja keeps going crazy, I'm at to slide him up in there. I ain't gonna lie, Ja going crazy. If the Grizz get another top seed and his numbers continue to be like very very good, they could, I feel like he could probably be in that race. Um, I'm trying to think of a third name, more or less. So many guys right now, man. They just hooping.
I thought you said you had four.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of the other two because I know I had Jokic and Jokic and Ja was fresh on. Um, I think about it, it might be two. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be two. I mean, because like
At it. All right.
like Jokic for a safety net, and then Ja more or less because I feel like he's going crazy right now.
Bet. Also, the disrespect to that man in Dallas is wild. Anyway, um, so I got three names. Like I said, not in any particular order, but I mean, definitely I got Luca. You know, I mean, that's come on now, dog.
He has been balling.
That man, come on now. He's going to have to. It's not he's going to. He's going to have to average 30. That's just what that is. Um, let's see. I also have Ja as well. I don't think that I have to like put anything special on it. He's gonna average. He's also gonna be numbers are gonna be crazy. The Grizzlies are gonna be a good team because or a good regular season team because they play hard. So they're
Yeah,
gonna win games. I'm not saying that they're gonna be a 2 seed again. I don't know. That's probably unlikely. But they play hard. So they're gonna win a bunch of regular season games. They play hard up and down. They get out in transition. They do all the stuff the young teams do, and they're coached well.
yeah.
Ja's gonna average shit. And he's going to average pretty close to the same number as he did last year, if not more. So 27 and up. That's good for MVP numbers. And then also Dame Lillard. I think Dame is probably going to win the scoring title, either between Dame or Devin Booker. In my opinion, are going to win the scoring title. I think they're both going to average 30. Um, and then yeah, actually, I thought Devin in there as well.
Yeah, I just was saying Devin might
Uh,
be my third because I just remembered that he's
yeah, I
averaging
think
32 currently.
Yeah, I think they're both going to average 30 points a game. I think Dame will have the narrative. People love the narratives. He'll have the narrative of like not coming back or not playing last year, coming back and just never winning it and staying in Portland and
Unwavering
making them
loyalty.
look like they're a good team, bro. If they are like a top 5 seed, he's gonna win the MVP. He's gonna like the points are gonna be there. If he's a top 5 seed and they have changed, like rebuilt this team to be a somewhat relevant team, he's gonna win it. People are gonna want to give it to him. I mean,
No,
and also just because I don't think like we talked about Jokic, but Jokic, I don't think his points are gonna be there anymore. Like he's still gonna average 20 plus, but like I don't. It's not gonna be like no 27, 28 with everybody that's on that team now. I mean, you got Michael Porter Jr. coming back. You got Jamal Murray. They added KCP. You know what I mean? Like
Bones.
Bones Highland taking a step forward as well. There's just a lot of guys on that team the that can shoot the ball and spread it around. And like Jokic is a point center, so I'm not gonna say that he's a pass first guy, but like he definitely is a facilitator. So I
Yeah.
mean, it would play to his strengths to just like kind of spread the offense around in the first place. So I mean, keep in mind, I mean the year that he won MVP, if I'm not mistaken, I mean both years Jamal was hurt for a large
Yeah, but
part
say
of.
Jamal was hurt. I think Michael went down at some point in both of those years. I'm pretty sure of that
Yeah,
as well. So
and he did, and he got like for real hurt in the last year where he missed all of it basically. So
yeah, that
yeah,
backer just get them out from like game 3, I think, maybe game 4.
yeah, I got the MVP being a guard race. I don't got I think that man in Milwaukee might be done with winning them, but I could be wrong. I mean, his numbers are gonna be there,
Yeah,
but I think in under, so I think he's already got voters fatigue. He's still gonna be putting up 25 to 30,
yeah.
10 to 12 rebounds, 5 to 7 assists. Like that's going to be there. So I mean,
It's like
he's a
it's hard to find a stat that he could jump up in that would matter to the voting.
I mean, his stats were the exact same as they were damn near last year, and he didn't win it. They gave it to
Yeah.
Jokic, even though the Bucks were a better team and the stats were damn near identical. But Giannis was definitely better on defense by the eye test, and I'm sure by a good amount of metrics. Although people were definitely throwing some defensive metrics of Jokic out like he wasn't a cone. But it is what it is. Jokic is a great player. I just think he's done winning them. So actually, I will add Giannis in there. So I'll go Luka, Ja, Dame, Devin, and Giannis.
Yeah.
That's my top 5, and I got Dame winning it because I think this Trailblazers team is going to be competitive, and he's going to lead. He's going to win the scoring title. That's what I think. So
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with because I'm around out the 4 because I ain't gonna let Dame has. I feel like Dame definitely does have a case as well because like you said, scoring title, and the narrative that he has about like not playing and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jokic, Ja, Book because that just reminded me as well because I low key was on the bandwagon last season for him to win MVP, and I hated that people had like he wasn't hooping, but
for who?
for Devin Booker because I remember last year I
Oh,
said he was hooping.
yeah, no, he was definitely he was hooping, but I can't get mad at it because I mean, yeah, they were on the number 1 seed, but it's just like those 3 big man's numbers were so
Oh
ridiculous,
yeah, like
bro.
yeah, Embiid
I
and Jokic
mean,
were undeniable for that year.
Embiid, Jokic, and Giannis, they were all averaging 30 basically.
Thirty
They were
double
all
digit
averaging like
rebounds.
30 double digit rebounds. They were all at like 5 to 7 assists, and they were all. I mean, if you want, like I said, the analytics backed Jokic defensively, but like so, I guess according to that, they were all 3 very good defensively as well. So it's just like
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just hard. It was hard, bro. It was hard to any other year. Any other year, the best player on the best team, averaging 25 plus, will win it. But yeah, it was a crazy time. I couldn't get mad.
yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it was very much a big man. It was more of a big man race last year by a mile, and then this year, yeah, this year it definitely is looking guard heavy because the guards are putting up some wild numbers. Um,
Wild number. Yeah.
like shoot, even cause like you said, like Ja with the 40 and the 30, the 40 and the 30 point games. Shoot, Booker had 35 when the Clippers, 34 at the time of this recording. Dame with the 240s. Like the guards are going crazy. So
But Giannis will be in that conversation though. I gotta make sure I say that again
yeah,
because
it's always gonna be
I
constants
forgot
for
about the
sure.
Greek Freak. I forgot about the Greek Freak. He's gonna be in there. He's gonna be in there.
Yeah, but well, I guess that rounds it out for the for who we think are winning the awards for this year. It should be it's a very interesting race, especially for the MVP award. But it should be a very fun season to see how those awards shape out overall. Um, but now we get into like,
And then
wait, what's up?
I think we should just go into like the narratives
Yep,
and kind of not do the
standings.
like the standings necessarily.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because I feel like we kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah, yeah.
So I mean, if anything, we can just kind of say who we think is gonna like win each conference, and then who's gonna win the chip. I guess.
Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. Gotta talk about who wins the conference.
I'll go first.
All right. See how this goes.
Yeah, the Bucks are winning the conference. That's what that's gonna be. It's gonna be a rematch. Boston Celtics and Bucks in 7. Giannis gets over that hump once again because I'm not sure how Chris Middleton's gonna look, but I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. I think Giannis is just gonna be undeniable. So got Giannis coming out that East to meet the Los Angeles Clippers. Excuse me. Y'all thought I was gonna say that. Y'all thought I was gonna say that shitty boo boo ass team in LA, huh? The other one, no, I can't. As much as I love the Lakers, they look trash. They can't shoot, can't hit a penny in the ocean. That team is fractured, broken. Talent don't match each other. No. I got the Clippers coming out of the West. I got the Clippers beating the Warriors in 7 in the conference finals
Yeah.
and facing the Bucks in the championship. And I got the Bucks winning the championship. You know, you can put Kawhi in front of Giannis like you did in Toronto, but guess what? You don't got them trees like you did in Toronto. There ain't no Marc Gasol, Pascal, and Serge Ibaka behind you. No more. So actually, Serge Ibaka's on the Bucks.
Hey, yeah.
And Marc Gasol is retired. You know what I mean? So hey, I got the Bucks. Actually, I say Bucks in 7. I'm not gonna disrespect. Kawhi and PG. Say Bucks in 7. Giannis gets his second ring, and it starts getting real dangerous. them talks start having real weight to him.
Yeah.
Does he knock the golden boy out of the top 10 before he barely got any time to stay in there? Who knows? We'll see.
Get that
But yeah,
undisputed headline. Like, where does Giannis rank?
he's shit. He got a case already. Top 15, top 20 already.
Yeah.
I mean, just by accolades alone, he's already there. I mean, 2 MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, ring, All NBA defense, all those things.
Yeah.
Crazy averages. So yeah.
If you're not even counting FIBA, that boy go overseas and turn into God. Man, I feel like honestly I'm gonna reach the same consensus. Yeah, Bucks for sure winning the Eastern Conference. It looks like they're probably the most put together team at this current moment. As far as the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm trying to. I don't know why I want to go out on a limb and say Bucks play the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Bucks win in 7. That's my wishful
that'd be
thinking.
fantastic.
That's my wishful thinking. Like Ben Simmons figures it out, KD and Kyrie do their thing, and they run into Giannis, and everybody's healthy, everybody's playing, and then Giannis just gets his dub, and then
I know one thing. KD run back into Giannis, he better not lose. I don't think they're gonna meet him, but he run into Giannis, he better not lose, not again. Not with a full healthy squad. Hey, KD, come on now. But
if they're fully healthy, it's definitely gonna have a lot of weight to them, like with the talks. But wishful thinking, Bucks and Nets, Eastern Conference Finals, Bucks and 7. I also believe the Clippers are coming out of the Western Conference because as a whole, I love me some John Wall. John Wall, with this team.
John Wall's the reason.
Not that he's the reason, but I feel like when you add John Wall to Kawhi and PG, some dynamic scores all around with a deep team, a relatively deep team. They don't have any centers. All they have is Zubac, but with a relatively deep team, I feel like they push the needle forward. I'm going to a little bit of a curveball because I don't know how this would line up potentially, but if it does line up this way, I would like to see it. I'd say Clips Pelicans, Clips in 7.
Who beating the Warriors? The Clippers already beat them, or the Pelicans beat them?
I say in the scenario the Pels beat them.
Oh, that's wild.
In this scenario, the defense is too much, and the Pelicans get the dub.
The defense. Oh, that's wild. That is a tough assignment. I did have the Pelicans as my 3 seed, but that is a tough assignment to have to have a young team beat the Warriors in the playoffs. That is, it can't. I'm not saying it can't be done.
Yeah,
not saying, but it is such a.
It's a high asking price for sure.
Well, it's more specifically because it's like the amount of like defensive discipline it takes to beat the Warriors is something that we probably haven't ever seen before, or with any team. Like just like the amount of discipline you have to have with like running through all these screens, damn near everybody at this point, because they're running Clay, Steph, and Poole and Wiggins, honestly, at this point as well. They're just running them off screens, all these back cuts, all this free flowing offense. And then it's like when a shot goes up, you still have to, like, if you're not next to the goal or if you're not like in a boxing out position, you have to maintain like your presence onto your man, because when they get an offensive rebound, they're just gonna, like, they're already running more motion offense. So then yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, which is why, like, I don't know why, like, in a weird way,
They
based off what I've been seeing from them, I feel like not only are they like deep enough, I feel like, to be able to throw a variety of things at them, but I feel like when
you're
they're all
talking about
yeah, I feel like when they're all healthy, I feel like that could be like I feel like that's a matchup that really would make it hard for them. Because I mean, Zion on Draymond, that's
when you say hard for the make it hard for the Warriors and make it hard for the Pelicans.
like the Pelicans to make it hard for the Warriors to do what they do.
I don't think they're gonna make it hard to do what they do, because they're gonna do it. It's just like
Yeah, I mean
it's you
like
can't
they're gonna
stop niggas from
score, so you can't really stop it, but to at least
you can't
somewhat
stop them
contain
from
it.
around.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends on two factors, in my opinion. It depends on one, like, or excuse me, two players. Zion would have to just completely eat Draymond Green's lunch. Like,
yeah,
I mean, he would. I mean, that's who they're gonna put on him. Like
yeah,
100%. Like, Draymond, you're on Zion. He'd have to just eat his lunch and just take his lunch money,
yeah.
like 100%.
Oh yeah, then the
And
Bi Ingram, not the Bi Ingram, the Bi Wiggins matchup would have to be like a
I mean,
dogfight.
not really too worried about that, just because, like, I think, and I don't know, maybe I'm kind of giving him too much credit already, but I don't think I am. I think Brandon Ingram is already past that point. He's going to get his. I don't think he's going to dominate the match, because Wiggins is proven to be an elite defender, especially in the playoffs. But I mean, he'll get his. I
Yeah,
think the two players to watch for would be Zion and then Poole on the other side. I mean, they're going to be obviously giving a whole lot of attention to Steph Curry. And I'm sure uh, Jones and Alvarado. Well, probably Alvarado will start out on him just to be running, just because he'll run around with him.
yeah,
But I switch Herb on him at times, like prime positions and things like that. So it really would just be to see. I would really need to see like how Jordan Poole would play, because last year he had his moments in the playoffs, but he also had some moments where it's like, okay, what are you doing? But I
yeah.
mean, different roles, because Clay was back, so it's interesting. Yeah, it's a wild take for sure. It's not impossible though.
Yeah,
They have the talent. It's not about a talent perspective. It's just
probably the
playing at
experience.
Warriors in the playoffs is just something so. I mean, yeah. Granted, they've been the Warriors for years now, so people have played them and see their system, and they've adjusted as far as how to guard it. But it's still a buzz saw. And now with emergence of Poole, another year for Clay unremoved from injury or removed from injury, a more confident Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman,
Hey, he
who's actually
hooping.
playing and looks big as hell on the court now for some reason. Bro, he looked. Who was it against?
Yeah,
The Lakers
he
game. He
bulked
looked.
up crazy.
He looked huge. Like, bro, what? Who is this man child?
Who is his trainer?
Man, like, bro looks enormous. I think, who was it? It was Wayne Gabriel who tried to throw up a little hook shot on him. I said, "Oh my god, you knew that wasn't going nowhere. You knew that. You knew he was gonna get that back to your chest. I don't even know why he tried that.
So I haven't
But
seen it.
yeah,
I haven't seen it. When they played the Suns. Like, well, I think when they played the Suns, still James Wiseman blocked somebody's layup at the 10. I'm like, good lord. Just
yeah. Now
he might be
he's
their X
him.
factor as well. Now that I think about it, definitely he
Yep.
will be their X factor.
Also throwing this out here. Dark horse Suns. Dark horse. Dark horse. Dark horse. Dark horse. I think they
Yeah.
hungry.
But yeah, they're starting to
Last
like
year,
themselves again. They're starting to like themselves again.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like I'm not saying this as in like the Mavericks didn't earn it, but I feel like at times they kind of looked past them.
I mean, I would too
They got
on
up to,
paper.
I want to say, and I feel like they kind of looked past the Mavericks, and then by that time it was kind of too late.
Too
But
late
they
to grab it
like,
back.
yeah, but I feel like we were all expecting for the entire year. We were all expecting the Suns and Warriors. Like that's what we want. That's what everybody wanted.
Man,
I
that that
want
that,
Chris
that was the ticket
Paul,
seller.
Klay Thompson, Devin Booker. I want it. So dark horse for sure.
Yeah.
In my also in my dreams, in Fantasyland, I have the Lakers going to the championship, and LeBron getting number 5.
Man. I ain't like that'd be crazy if they pull that off. I ain't gonna lie. There
Oh
there
yeah,
wouldn't be any hate
no one
under the sun if he pulls that off.
no one could talk to me. I wouldn't like I don't talk to me.
Man.
You said what? Bro, I got 5 rings, bro. Get on my face. Come on now, stop.
Brian made it back from a not from a I forgot what their shooting percentage was. They were like something 83. I forgot what it was. Probably worse than that
Man.
now.
You said Steph who? Come on now, bro. Brian got 5 rings. Get on.
But
You said Mike who? Bro, get on my face. Brian got 5 rings, bro. Get on my face. You said Kobe? Kobe Bean? Oh yeah, okay. Respect. Rest in peace. but Brian got 5 rings just like Kobe dude. So come on now.
Man.
I'm gonna talk so much shit. I'm gonna talk so much shit. There's no way it happens. But you know what this reminds me of, and I realized this the other day. I was thinking when Kobe was still playing for the Lakers, and they went out and they got Steve Nash and Dwight Howard,
That was a
and
super team.
everybody was like, yeah, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, they're ready to win. But what they didn't know was that Dwight, who still played well, but had just a lot of people really don't understand the severity of his like back injury.
Oh, he was
Like it was
rinsing.
serious. Yeah, like it was he even talks about it like in a recent podcast too. But yeah, it was serious. Like he was still effective, but he wasn't like the exact same player. And then Steve was like, let's keep it a stack. Steve was old as dirt.
He was a shell of
And
himself.
then he left that magical Phoenix medical staff, which they were heralded at that time for just being amazing. He left them and immediately nerve damage, neck injuries, neck nerve damage. I was like, what's going on? He broke down.
Man, about to say his
And then
Phoenix had him laying on the floor. They had him sitting on the bench.
yeah, facts. Every time he would go out, he'd lay on the floor. You're right. You're not wrong. Facts. So it's just like I thought to myself, I was like, damn, this must have been what they thought when they got those guys. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna win a chip." And every year they think we still got Kobe, we're gonna win a chip, even though he got older. And I feel like that's probably how we thinking now. Like, bro, we still got Brian, we're gonna win a chip, but Brian not enough no more, bro. I'm sorry, he not enough
Yeah.
no more.
It's,
It's
it's,
just not
it's
enough.
gonna have to be some other people and Brian at this point.
It's gotta be Brian, AD, and at least 3 other guys. They need a team, a
Man,
team contribution.
a
He
squadron.
can't he can't just do all of that consistently anymore. I'll say like I said uh, when we were talking about the divisions, if they can get him to the playoffs, I think it can be a different story. But you got to get there. You know what I mean? And for that, they need a better team. Uh, they got to move Russ. This is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like if they
But yeah,
move, I feel like if they move Russ, their plus minus goes up. Like
I mean,
as far as Vegas betting, it might go up.
even if Russ didn't like let's keep it a stack. Even if Russ didn't smoke that Blazers game because he definitely smoked it for sure. Even if he didn't do that, it's not even really as much about moving Russ off the team, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's been playing questionable. I mean, he's had some good moments. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of bad ones. But it's not. It's more so about getting the Lakers shooting, more so than it's getting him off the team. It's like they need shooters. You know what I mean? And I don't. I could go down the rabbit hole of blaming Rob Pelinka about not understanding to get LeBron James shooters. It's been the recipe for success his entire career.
Oh, most definitely.
Um, yeah, I'm not really understanding that. And then you have a dominant big man who's in the post get shooters. What are we doing here? Like
Yeah.
I like some of the pickups. Don't get me wrong. I I like how Lonnie has looked a lot. Lonnie Walker. I think he's looked pretty well or looked
Yeah.
pretty good, I should say. But why we don't have shooters on this team is insane to me. Like it's insane. Yeah,
Yeah, most definitely. Wait, shoot, where was
crazy.
I? uh,
We were talking about
oh yeah, clip spells, because and how the
yeah.
rabbit hole would have been. Okay, so yeah, Clippers in the finals against the Bucks. Um, at this point, like I said, like a couple moments ago, at this point, if they make it to see Giannis in the Bucks, I feel like at this point, obviously Kawhi, PG, and a lot of other guys are gonna play. It's gonna come down to the fact that the Bucks have just way more rotational bigs than the Clippers do. At least mentally in my mind right now, all I've seen is Zubac, unless they make some
I
signings
mean,
and change some things.
all I need to know is one thing: are they gonna put Zubac in front of Giannis?
If that is the case,
Chip,
I feel like the Bucks win earlier.
chip.
I feel like the Bucks win in six
It's,
if Zubac is guarding
it's a
Giannis.
chip. I mean, who? It's got to be Kawhi.
Yeah,
As crazy as it sounds, unless I'm missing somebody on this team. I mean,
yeah, but realistically, like the only person that kind of at least has a glimmerance of a chance to maybe make Giannis miss a clutch shot is probably Kawhi.
but Kawhi's really not big enough, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
People,
yeah,
I mean, he might be strong enough, maybe, like maybe, and I doubt that.
yeah,
But like people gotta understand, like Kawhi was just like the initial attack of that defense on the Raptors. Like he was just you put a defensive player level Kawhi in front of Giannis, and then you funnel him into guess what, another previous defensive player of the year uh, winner in Marc Gasol and a block champion in Serge Ibaka and another really good defender in Pascal. Like they
yeah,
were just funneling him this log of trees and length.
yeah.
Also a worse Giannis. That was
All right, that was a
who was
Giannis
that?
before he really figured it out.
That was 3. Yeah, that was 3 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Like he's refined himself a little bit more. He's improved a lot more. Um, and he's just like that was Giannis before he got over the hump. There's a difference. Like he's a different player now. He's got that championship confidence, that championship pedigree.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm looking at the I'm looking at the roster, and it might be Kawhi and Zubac. That's
yeah.
that is their options.
Yeah, but like I said, like with the funnel aspect, like the length that the Raptors had was very much underrated because that ability to switch through kind of I guess you can kind of replicate it or kind of similarize it to what Boston did to KD when on their road to the finals in the last season where it was Tatum, it was Brown, it was Horford, it was sometimes Smart even though he's small, he's a little strong. They ran KD through a door. Like he was getting chipped no matter where he was trying to get to. And that aspect,
Right.
yeah, that aspect really isn't with the. I mean, it might be with the Clippers, and I might just not be seeing it. But I mean,
No,
obviously,
it's not.
yeah, it's
Not.
like
That Raptors team was had the best playoff defense since the early like Tayshaun Prince, Rick Hamilton Pistons. That was the best playoff defense since them.
God, them boys was stout.
Yep.
Them boys was stout.
I mean, you just got. I mean, I'm gonna take your phrase from you. Just think about it. Like, no, but like, you have Kyle Lowry, who is an All NBA defender. You have Danny Green, who I don't think has been on the team, but has been an All NBA defender, like at least at some point,
Probably
but at
with the
least by
Spurs.
like talent.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I mean, obviously you have Kawhi. at that three, and then you have Pascal, who's 6'10", mobile, can move. Uh, and then you have Marc Gasol, who's been a defense player of the year. Then you have Serge Ibaka, who's also been a block champion, I think, multiple times, and it's also mobile. And
Yeah.
then you have somebody like Fred coming off the bench, who's gonna play like really good stout defense. You know what I mean? I don't think OG was healthy the year they won the championship, but I mean that's another really good defender.
Yeah.
So
Shoot, I think Lowry led the league in charges taken for like 2
yeah,
years at that time.
yeah, bro,
It was around there. Yeah.
that roster was crazy, bro. Like
Man. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that's pretty much the consensus. I mean, a lot of people, I feel like at this point, this is the Clippers' best opportunity, or one of their best opportunities to make it to the finals. Will they win? No, but this will probably be one of their better opportunities to make it. But I don't think. But I feel like the West looks a lot more. I feel like the West is a higher opportunity for upsets than the East, just because I feel like there's a
I
lot of
agree.
teams that. You said what?
I said I agree.
Yeah, like I feel like because some of these teams is like more or less if they make it there, like it's like a Lakers team. If they make it there, that's a ruffle in the feather. You got the potential of maybe like one of these younger teams, like a Pelicans or a Grizzlies, you know, finally grabbing the bull by the horns, and maybe they win a series people didn't expect them to win. You still got the Luca factor because somehow he makes it past first round, and you be thinking it's just him on the court. Nah, it really ain't just him to an extent, but like you saw, it's a lot of variables in play with that. Dame, say he sneaked back in because he ain't been there in the last 2 seasons.
No, it's just last year.
Well, it's last year, so he hadn't been there in a year. So Dame healthy, he might slide up in there. So it's like the West is just a real semi up in the air type of situation. So and that's crazy to think like with this being like the Clippers probably structurally best chance to make a finals, the uncertainty for them to still make it is very much high. And that's crazy to think about because they finally got a PG. Well, yeah, like a full on
Yeah,
PG, and now it's still like, dang, can they beat this team? Can they make it past this team? Kind of timing.
yeah. I mean, it'd be tough. I do. I mean, I do think that they're probably still top three as far as duos.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. In the as far as in the West, so I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see the integration of John Wall with the team, and then how Kawhi progresses in like his rehab and things like that, bringing him along.
yeah. I know sometimes like it kind of does seem like you still do kind of see like the rust from him not playing for an extended period of time, and obviously he's gonna have his tendencies. But as far as him making like a lot of those scoop layups that he's taking, or some of the pull up J's or whatever, it's gonna take a minute for him to get back to full form. But once they once he's fully like up to speed and back to the John Wall that well, probably not John Wall people are used to seeing, but at least like an updated version of that John Wall with like different nuances to his game. They're definitely probably not. It's gonna be hard to see them probably being like a fourth seed maybe in the Western
Hmm.
Conference. So,
Yeah.
but shoot, I guess that wraps it. Unless there's like anything else
Yes,
like you wanted
sir.
to add to it. Any final things?
Uh, LeBron Goat James is not appreciated enough, and we will miss him when he is gone. Sooner than it's coming sooner than not. So, you know, enjoy Brian while he's here.
Very much so. Actually, I'm gonna throw in one last thing. It's in regard to a team in the playoffs. You know, I can't wait for my Pistons to be good again. That's basically it. Like I just can't wait for them to be back to not me wanting to turn my laptop or my TV off when they're playing games. Like I just they ain't got to be the bad boys or the worst workhorse team, but can we get some dubs, man?
But yeah, that was underrated. They went to the conference finals.
Man, they like the score. I haven't seen it from a 2K perspective. The scores when people play that team are way lower than anybody else's. That's how legitimate this
Yeah,
team was defensively.
like 69 to 78.
Man, just straight dog fights. Like it ain't gotta be that stout. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's a generational team. I ain't gonna lie. Defensively, it's a generational team. But I just want to see Cade and the gang, you know, figure it out this year. But at some point, I want them.
Yeah, it's not this year,
Yeah,
but you got a lot of talent.
yeah. So, hey, I know we said they might not be that bad to be in the big sweepstakes, but hey, the way we look and we might be taking trips.
trust
I
trust the process.
yeah,
Yeah, trust the process.
yeah. Well, I think he left the Euro League, so wherever he goes, we might have to travel. we got it, so we got to send scouts over there. But as always, you can follow the podcast, keep up with all the updates on when episodes go out and whatever other stuff. I'll probably make a graphic for who we feel wins the awards at some point this week, so be on the lookout for that. On the Twitter at Going for Three Pod, and on Instagram, same tagline at Going for Three Pod. Um, where could these wonderful people follow you at?
You can follow me at Chris D Collins at Instagram and Twitter.
And as always, you can follow me at PTP underscore 99 on Twitter. Still very much depressing over Pistons wins for the remainder of the season. We appreciate you guys for watching. Oh, that's it for watching, for listening, and we will see you all in the next one.